Hi everyone and welcome to your Month 3 back pain program class. This is your stretch class. We don't need any equipment for this one, so we'll just get stuck in straight away. So we're going to start off with our feet shoulder width apart and our toes facing forward. We're going to have our hands out in front as we start for some squats. So we're going to have a slight bend in our knee, pushing the bum back, and then nice and deep down into that squat, keeping the chest up. And up here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Coming up, giving those legs a shake out. As we turn lengthways along your mat, we have a big lunge forward with your right foot. As we have our hands on our hip, we're going to slowly lower that back knee down to the mat and up. Keep the chest up tall for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Stepping our left foot up and lunging back with our right. Keep the chest up tall, dropping that back knee down for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding your balance then. Last one there. Bringing that foot up, keep those legs out, get some blood back to those muscles. We're going to start again standing lengthways along the mat. We're going to lunge forward with that right foot. We're going to shuffle that back and foot back. And we're going to lunge down, resting that left knee on the floor. With our arms straight, we're going to raise those arms up. As we then lean forward into that stretch. You feel a nice stretch here. Coming on to the front of your thigh on that back leg. We're going to hold that there for 10. You can really slowly just start to lean further into that stretch as it gets more comfortable. Holding there for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing on the front heel, coming back up into a standing position, then lunging back with our right knee, lowering it to the mat, arms straight and up, leaning into that stretch, this time stretching out the front of the right thigh, holding that stretch there for 10, and just slowly leaning into that stretch as it feels more comfortable. Holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those arms down, coming up into a standing position. Give those legs a wiggle and a shake. So we're going to have now our feet in a slightly wider than hip width apart position, with our feet pointed out to a 45-degree angle like this. We're going to bend the knees down, resting the elbows just onto the inside of our knee. And then from here we're going to push our elbows into the inner part of our knee. You'll find that you're going to stretch out the muscles in the groin. It's going to hold that stretch there. Really try to sink deep down into that squat. So bring that bum as close down to the floor as possible and keep pushing out with those arms into the knee, really opening up the hip. I'm just going to hold that there for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you come back up to our standing position, give those legs another shake. If you're as tight as I am in my legs, it's going to be quite an uncomfortable stretches here, but it's really good to help loosen things off. So from here, we're going to come back to our lunge position, just in a standing for now, with our right foot forward. From here, we're going to shuffle our back foot back and then slowly lower it down to the floor. We're going to place both hands on the left side of our right foot and hold that position there. As we then just raise our back knee a few inches up from the floor. With our right hand now, we're going to place it on the opposite side and we're going to rotate up to look up to the ceiling and back down. And up and down. Rotating up and down. 2 more repetitions here. And last one. As we then shuffle that back leg up, coming into a standing position, and then bringing the right foot back, lowering that knee down to the floor, both hands this time on the inside of our left foot, bring that knee an inch or 2 off the mat, bringing that left arm to the other side, rotating up, looking up to the ceiling, and down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Last repetition here. Shuffle that right leg up, coming into that standing position. Give those legs a shake. So go for some marches on the spot. And then some hip openers, bring that left hip up, rotating out. For 3, 2, 1. Same on the other side, that right foot up, rotate out. For 3, 2, 1. So from here, standing lengthways along the mat, we're going to look up to the ceiling, and down to the floor, and up to the ceiling, and down to the floor. Tuck the chin into the neck, as we bend the head down, the neck down, draping those hands down the front of the legs, coming all the way down to the mat, bringing the hands down, rolling down into our all fours position here. From there, we're going to sink the bum down into the heels, coming into our shell stretch. Really try and rest the bum onto the heels and roll the fingers down the length of the mat. Really maximising that stretch into the glutes and the back, all the way up to the shoulders. As we just hold that position there, we're going to take some deep breaths in. And exhale out. And deep breath in. And exhale out. And in. And out. Last one here. As we inhale in, we're going to lift our bum up off the heels on the exhale. And we're going to swivel the legs round and come to lying onto our back. From there, we're going to have our heels tucked up to the bum. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cross our left foot over our right knee. From this position, we're going to grab both of our hands and place them on the back of our right hamstring, just below the knee. And we're going to pull that hamstring up into our chest. And then you're going to get a nice big stretch onto that left glute muscle. So you can lean back into that stretch as we just hold that there for 15 seconds. If it's too uncomfortable, you can relax that right foot on the floor and just push down with that left knee. Still feel a bit of a stretch, so if you can, maintain the stretch by holding the hamstring. Really try and work into a light to moderate amber stretch for this one here. And we stretch here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As we uncross that knee, bringing now our right foot onto the top of our left knee. Same on this side, grabbing the hamstring, leaning back into that stretch, trying to get the head onto the floor, holding here for 15. Really try to pull that left leg up into the chest, really feeling that stretch into that right glute, which is really important to make sure that it's not tight and it's as strong as possible, as the glutes are really important in our back pain prevention and treatment. So we're going to hold here for another 5, and then relax that leg down, uncross, just give the hips a bit of a rotate from side to side, get some blood flow back into those glutes. So from here we're going to tuck our feet close into our bum, having both feet and both knees touching together, having both hands out in a big, out of a big wide position here with our palms facing up. And from here we're going to drop our knees over to the left hand side, trying to get the knees all the way down to the floor. Try to keep that right shoulder blade on the floor, try not to let it creep up. From this position here, we're going to kick our top leg straight. So by kicking that leg, really maximising the rotation through our lower spine. Keep that shoulder blade on the floor as we hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that leg back, feet on top of the other. Rotate the knees up, and now drop them over to the right hand side. Get the knee as far down to the floor as you feel comfortable. Keep that left shoulder blade glued to the floor, and then kick that top leg out straight. Keep the shoulder blade glued down as we hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee back, rotate the knees back to the centre. We're now going to cross the legs in this position here. We're going to prop our elbows just to push ourselves up into our cross leg sitting position here. If the cross leg position isn't comfortable, just bring the legs out straight into a V position. Do whatever feels most comfortable for you. So from this position, we're going to be sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to place our fingertips on the floor just in front of us. From here, we're going to look up to the ceiling, and down to the floor, and up to the ceiling, and down to the floor as we keep the chin tucked into the neck. We're going to slowly start to collapse our chest down into our legs. Notice how we need to bring the fingers forward. So we're going to keep crawling the fingers as far along the floor as we can, getting the chest as close down to the legs as possible. Once you've found that end of range position where you can't go any further, just going to really try and push the fingers that extra inch forward. Really try to maximise that stretch coming into the lower back. So we're not just pushing our arms forward, but pushing them forward by using our back to push our chest down into our legs. Once you've found that position, we're just going to hold that position there. We're going to go for 3 deep breaths in and out. So we're going to get inhale in and exhale out. And deep breath in and exhale out. Last one here. Deep breath in and exhale out as we slowly crawl the fingers back to our legs, uncurling the spine, sitting up nice and tall. From this position, we're going to take a deep breath in here and exhale out, and deep breath in and exhale out. From here, we're going to uncross the legs as we come up into our standing position. Coming back for our finisher off of some slow, deep squats. So, coming back with our feet shoulder width apart, toes facing forward, hands out in front, slight bend in the knee, pushing the bum back, and slowly down for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom, and up for 3, 2, 1. 2 more to do. Coming down for 3, 2, 1. Holding there, and up for 3, 2, 1. Last repetition here, then we're all done. Pushing the bum back, down nice and slow, getting really deep into that squat. Holding there, and up for 3, 2, 1. Great, so you can uncross the arms, give those legs a shake out. So a bit of a tough class there, especially some of the rotation exercises at the front. Definitely a challenge to the balance. I very nearly fell over myself and definitely got a bit of a sweat on. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for my strength class. See you later.